Okay, folks, here we are at the end of our adventures. Let us dive in to the end. The never before ball. Cheese is never worth the chew. Gwa gwa. You disagree? Grrr. Hey, do you disagree? Grrr. You roach. Grolls seem heedless as ever. Agar. Elithar, good. Reprimand them. They're heeding less than headless. Ugh. They never answer me straight. Hard when you don't say a language. Yes, it's terrible, but Elithar, it's worse than terrible. Naturally. Elithar, the Grolls must know something. I've pondered this, and so it's true. There must be something they know, and they hold it over us, whatever it is. Shall I report it to their master then? Yes. Yes, be glad, the dragon. Promise you will. It is promised. Girlfricks had better berate them this time, or I'll be making gargoyles somewhere else say. Have you lived here long? Think I'd tell a spy? You respond. Cheese is never worth the chew. Cheese isn't? Well, if you're asking for advice or some remedy or something, then I suppose I'd say you probably shouldn't eat it. You surely shouldn't eat any. Probably shouldn't. Hey, who are you? Melisi Pool, soon only a memory of yours. The city inside the citadel is an embarrassment of architectural splendour, strung around and snarled with excessive infrastructure. Avenues, alleys, loops, bridges, bypasses. The metropolis of Eteltwive. Warm haze clings to the vein curls of buildings. In the narrow walk-betweens, every odour of breeze runs down the broad streets. Eltwildwive, Cottage of Twilight. Cottage, you say? How apt. Ardent grime lines the seams and corners of most things, but sweet smells waft from a near plaza. Fruits roasting, pastries baking, flour frying, meats bursting their crusts. Another arresting vision of some beast's unlimited ambition. Admittedly, to my eyes, a dream. The city is sparsely populated. The city is sparsely peopled for its size. By no means empty. That guy sells gargoyles, just makes them. Faces reveal themselves, some clearly curious, others less legible. Here as nowhere else, I could point which lane goes where, and you could continue on your own. But that being said, please follow close. There's worse folks to meet than Iger. Is the unspoken thing I've just dumbly spoken? Malin, can you? I smell sun on you, Ir Duran. Melisi, Kalim, come on, we don't want to be late. Prudence must overpower inquisitiveness today. I don't say so with any relish. There is no arriving late. Or early. Time has no universal meaning here. You can keep your own clock, your moment and your memory contained in your mind. But there are holes in the pattern where the moments of many beings fuse, are, I think, made to fuse. By design, the never-before ball will be one of these, a convergence event, uniting the present moment of its attendees. It will begin not an hour, but with the arrival of its guests, and so all will seem to arrive together. A tumble dog tune whiskers Whiskers at the light. That's actually kind of nice. It's usually the other way around. The song? No, convergence parties is what I was thinking of. The player hugs her instrument in the shade upon an iron balcony. LFR? LFR? Two rangers tired to wander. What? There's ghosts out there, LFR. Beyond the city, graveless ghosts reeking of unfed frustration. We couldn't go anywhere for wanting to return. Krujink. Skreek make sounds. Verkak. I understand your concerns, but mind what you call me. Twitch. A shy one. Did Koyor have a great many kinds of people? Certainly not this many. Your rangers, since we met? Careful, Kwen. That small blade he's showing has seen use. Arriving in the city, it will be a confusion of sound and images to Dirk. Glimpses of his trail-tested friends, brave eyes bright over their anxiety, stains of colour on the rippling maze of dimension, and darkness heaped upon any familiar profile. These memories are stark, powerful memories in some ways. They are oblong memories, Dirk. But they slightly seem to graze each other. They won't stack well. Separately, they each can be wholly held. And fog thread of that beautiful voice, hers, when barely listened to, will cling in the branches and bracken of his mind, as he lifts those polished creek stones from the bed of his remembering. The lost and longing way we look ahead and behind, instead of at our own current pace. There is no deciding the future, so I wish sometimes we would stop making such an effort at it. I want to do like you asked, Dirk. I'll be a gentle study of your will, your way, even your walk. It did say stuff, huh? But I think perhaps our road is at its end. It's like you've dropped a lantern. It's illuminating my own depths to me. Now, how I struggle finding words now when it's something I want to be clear about and obvious and even like emotionally honest. Obviously, I'd struggle with that. So we can either go with insight stoicism. That light bouncing down my ribs to the pit of my chest shows me some poor boy's heart who would die before he left you. Or Aphel, I do not know how to really talk about our road in a sincere way, in an honest way, even so I'd promised 100 times I'd make no vows, Dirk. Courage and haste, insight and stoicism. Let's go or Aphel. Let's go there. I do not know how to really talk about our road. I don't know which one. Let's see what his traits are. Aspects. History. I'm trying to figure out what his personality is. He's snarky, he's a poet, cowardly, leader. He's poetic and snarky and a leader. So courage and haste. Yeah, let's go with courage and haste. It is eerie to me, Dirk, for I am sure you can't know it. There is someone you will soon meet whose sentiments you so nearly echo, but I am a little shocked by the warmth I feel, hearing them from you, hearing them about me. Is there hope, at least? If I thought I knew how this all might truly end, I would say so. We should go in. We are being looked at. Ah. With one nod soft as a wish, the last door disappears before them. Entered the black hall, but approached the dais last. In our polite society, you appreciate the rooms and refreshments before cornering your host. We'll know when. It will be obvious, so first enjoy yourselves. Enjoy ourselves. What my mum would say, Dirk, at least it will be memorable. Dirk goes in with a stubborn set, a young man who's determined to be impressed, but not too impressed. Somehow it makes it easy for others to follow after. The ballroom blossoms with voice and fire, every shadow-teeming corner hides a face. Tides of perfume, some familiar, others unguessable, eddy around. The soldiers, turning heads, pour from sleeves. Partygoers mill, most of them still speak low, and their laughter drifts along with their scent as they migrate between tables and groups. Not every glance is warm, but there is wonder in their eyes too. A waltz, a sweet solemn, like a large spirit fills these wide rooms, roves amongst columns and colours the air, rustling through drawers of the heart, ruffling the hair. I recognise this tune actually. When I close my eyes, lost pink wandering moons are their mirthful cheeks, dead darling faces. Would we have been friends, Caleb, if we'd met in calm court? Us? You would have mocked me incessantly, and for good reason. I was a very privileged boy. Perfect. An easy target. Delicacies of competing palates, human and beyond, ride beside each other on herds of well-dressed tables. Some dishes cold, some hot, some oily, some not. One odour whips the nose while another seduces. I will be disappointed if you don't sign the guest book. A spider, I'm thinking. If a spider grew sentient and wanted to throw a party for flies, conceptually I think it's mostly mirror this. Spiders are very artful creatures, and yet they don't quite have the ambition for a party so large. Yes. You see, though, now how wide we cast our net. Elithar has revealed certain secrets to the group just before bringing them to the Transpire stair at the city's base. I persist in my disregard, and suppose Gilfrix too had no real concerns, but then I saw those grudge-spoiled ghosts arise, and now the Ormeries forced their mouths over us. So the never before ball, sorry. It was always just a wonderful excuse to gather heroic story characters together in one place. See, we have no real defence here. Gilfrix is Royal Guard, that sounds nice, and you can imagine them all tabarded in black and clanking swords together, sweating in the yard. I can certainly imagine them. But there's simply no such thing, nor any semblance of an army. Only grolls, so our fighting force had to be found, or assembled without their knowledge. Manipulated, you're saying, into assembling and participating. Yes, thank you. Succinctly put. I suppose an invitation to a ball always did seem strange, even to me. So the guests were being asked to guard this place. You prune too tightly to the buds, my dear. Guests won't be asked to do anything. There is some expectation, perhaps, that they will guard their own lives, and then, oh, how fortunate should those efforts serve doubly to protect the hall of the host. Oh, Elithar, it had to happen, I think. Goyen, Koifien, your brother is Koifien. The dragon head perks, then comes smoothly around. Ilfrix's voice is like a purr of a prayer. It is soft, but is heard, perhaps solely by force of intention. What uncommon eyes are in your head, if they indeed beheld him? The breath of those jaws is water smelling, with the faint reek of steel and dark stone they have. Sunlit Corven brings summer with him. He's a joyful flyer, a wandering aurora. When he's young, his glorious voice is beloved. He sings more than any of us. He murdered tens of thousands. His messages he manages far more than that, says the dragon. When Kaivan loses his sister, his first, he does not remember, for finding her sends him into senselessness, anger, but also terror. He dies many times, not in one continuum, but across them all. Fears what slays dragons, their own fear. It clips the wings from their once free minds, sends them crawling into masses of blood. The dragon monarch of the Neverflare reclines in a spot where nearly every scaled width of the hall would be visible. My brother never masters his fear. The heights of agony are all he ever achieves. But why should I be made to think of these things? Why should I be forced to walk the path to being and done? It only loops back here. I feel cold when I try to forget the fallen. Are you different from me? Almost certainly, says the dragon. Here's some differences. I don't call the dead the fallen. I can breathe knives of blackness. I'm Gilfrix. You're obviously not. So what are you called? Just Malin Fenspear. A casualty of war. My conscience grapples with where the blame falls, but nothing exonerates or excuses so vain. It's pointless, I could say, judging dead participants in a dead war, but you'll still do it. As they speak, there's been no change in the general hubbub, the sweeping music. It's as if this whole conversation has happened silently in one keen glance. Life's fragile, Malin, and for all its ill dragons have wrought, for all the ill dragons have wrought and willing killing wasn't originally our invention. Though, she looks beyond her. When she eye-probed me that way, I do feel as if I could create a whole concept anew. Me? I was merely reluctant to intrude. Listen to how she speaks. It is so unfashionable. I am an older lady of high sophistication. I am above even such fine things as fashion. Should I apologize? See? In any case, I must now take the floor. It's as all the members of her party coalesce around the dais that Elithar betrayal begins to unfold. Take the floor? Why? Stepping towards the centre of the hall, she makes a rune of her face that none can read. She is obeying her own judgment or acting on unseen direction of another. For my freedom? There's creaking. I would even see the dragon dead. Fair Leven, I invite you to the Twilight City, to the Black Hall where and when we bide. The never before ball, come, you are invited, and I shall not lift my bow to harm you. I promise this, I vow to, Gyfrax shall receive no warning. Along with any I have the power to bring, promise it. We will accept the invitation of Vengolf. Promise it. Alright then, I do swear, but it depends on my return. I should find my companions before they are truly lost. If that is your oath, we may call this deal struck. So it happens this way. Yes, it happens quickly. A rift in place, a lapse in moment, brings him through. The fate I foresaw is my handiwork. Sorry. No, I'm sorry. I never thought I would be the loose lock. Well, that's why there's heroes. True, that is why there are heroes. For Oliven flares his glistening carapace and cries wide with echoing emotion, invited be and sate yourselves. Its beautiful, though barely comprehensible and many trembled voice makes harmony with itself. A bardic drone thrums with his body, a noise that grows slittingly sharp if you listen to it. Feast on the Thrown Thief. Now phantoms pour through the shrinking rift, seeming not so eager to heap upon the dragon as they are to quench their pain on the crowd-ridden living. Sometimes I wish I were a flyer instead of a digger. It'll be dragonly of you if you were not help. It will be dragonly of you if you were not to help us. If you were to leave us to face your foes. Oh, no. I'll help. I fight mostly with words these days. But I'll be sure to say some nasty ones. I say some truly unlikely words. That is an mutually stupid way of addressing your already reluctant defenders. A great tide of spectators washed through before the rift finally seals, but they are met and matched. The general astonishment passes, and minor skirmishes flow outwards as forming ghosts meet ranks of mythical partygoers. It's all right. Let's just keep your heads. It's not too many for us, you saw. But there are more arriving by the moment. What? Reality is thin here, and the great bard's voice is sear and strong. Now portals are activating but cut into the scene. Monsters boil forth, and behind them dreadful, forgotten shapes stir as if from sleep. Fanged chaos pursues the soon out-bodied defenders in the room's edge. Tell me you were careful. Tell me you will be careful, Dirk. No oaths, I would of course insist, but it does make me curious. Whenever you warn me like that, will there ever be something like a promise between us? You and I have waded through some muck together, but you have not faced A. Why are you choosing now to say these things? It's too close, keep it back. Why? Nothing, just we had to save everybody, it looks like, but it's fine. I'm not super mad. It's got on me. Pretty hard pressed and getting hemmed in. If we cut them free, though, I'm wildly guessing they might help take Fivelin down. Now yours is the calmer head and mine the weathery mess. Yes, I can't hurt Folloven. I swore it so, but I can do whatever else in my power so that you and the rest of your friends will outlive the twilight. They're your friends too, Drama Queen. A song of animus skrilling from spectral throats and fills the hall, whirling and resounding, the song of all resentment unresolved. Full of then russes the dais. Gelferek, see the ruin of your dreams. My dreams aren't even in your reigns, little one. It is unforgettable spin they all take, combatants following the steps of a dance they know well. Fend off, feint, kill when you can, survive. There will never be another ball like this. Okay, here we go. Fall of N, the music of each movement swirls the heart of the hearing and a bunch of other nasty things. Kill follow when Gilfrax will survive, kill 10 enemies to free up reinforcements, 7 remaining. Okay. Holy things, it's hard. Okay, so let's save. Because I really don't want to have to go through this again if we fail. Okay. So we need to kill as many of the opponents as we can. I probably want to try and close these portals as well, because they're going to be spawning stuff out of them. And each one is probably going to spawn a particular enemy type. Okay. So let's get here. Let's start by we need to basically we need to meander as fast as possible. And let's love something with a bit of range to it, to be honest. Problem is, there's a good chance of hitting him, which I don't like. Ready to constrict it is. Can't lightning bolt him. You blocked that, which is unfortunate. Let's swap weapons. You need to get up here and get rid of that one. We need to go and close this portal. Because that thing is going to keep pounding into us if we don't do something about it. I need to get you off the field of battle as well. As the monsters are driven from his flank, a warrior of legend is free to fight for the bigger battle. Warrior of legend, yeah, I like that. Okay, wait, so we get you. Okay. One of my old heroes. What does he have? Paladin, Guardian. Okay, yeah, so you're going to run down here. We're going to line up. We can't hurt this guy. Cannot take more than 10 damage. You need to run up here and start wailing on these gates. And you're going to basically buy us time. Oh, the dragon's taking damage. Right, they're pouring out of the gates. This worm guy looks like... this worm guy looks way too jazzed to be here. They won't openly admit it, but all facts take 150 damage this turn. Okay. So we need to basically clear out these guys. Okay. How do we attack this thing? Can we just attack the scenery? Just keep poisoning him, if nothing else. So we can't attack the gates. Okay. Who do I have left in attendance here? Oh, so you can't hit him. Okay. Greater Constrict will break him enough that we can keep beating on his head like a drum. Blink to here, please. We'll draw another enemy, another ally into the fray. Surging from the throne from a throne of slumber, steamed, tuned phantoms, a Droth warrior. You are young to be wearing such wings. The wind and I are by your side for the evening, Lostling. Do not stir, do not stop fighting. Ah, so C arrives. C is from the Dragon Quest. Yeah, let's fight for as long as we can. And you can buy us time. So he's going to start taking damage soon. Okay. Okay, they're pouring out. Hey, see, genius. Geniuses, look, no one likes what you've done to the pigs. Cut it out. All Gorgons hang their heads and take 150 damage this turn. Okay. So get down here and help support, please. Okay. These guys are just going to keep pouring in, aren't they? Okay, so he's going to keep popping up. We're just going to have to keep bringing the pain. He's invincible right now. What does that mean? I take it he's in status and can't do anything. There's a lot of them pouring out of the breach. Oh wait, that's not good. No, let's just do greater constrict then. Okay. Pull the grolls back. Wish we could attack the gates. I don't think we can though. I think they are indestructible. Right. Will you stop shooting the dragon? Brawl! Ah yes, in case anyone needs some refreshments. The Grolls will do their best to provide. Ancient Orgrimmar and Ursug, a horrible of some hate-blasted age, Ura awakens from his slumber of obscurity to tower beside the ballroom's pillars, which he proceeds to gently rip down. Whatever grows inside has burnt the fear from its heart, and get horrifyingly terrifying creatures, and symbiotic advisor. Whatever nightmarish tale this thing is slithering from, its clothing seems wildly inappropriate, at least for the social scene it is. Okay. And a bunch of enemies come pouring out. Right, let's get to work, chaps. Won't really do a lot, but it will still take out you. You're in a really bad position, so you have to basically get up here, I think. And I need you to get up here and just not do that. Thank you. This is going to get really bad, because that thing would... shred its armor, so it's got no armor. How do you dodge that? I call Bumkus on this. Bumkus, I say. Go stab it. Okay. You need to buy us time. Because this thing keeps dodging, which is horrific for me. How come it keeps dodging? Please explain this to me. It's shredding my armor like no one's business. These guys are pushing up from behind now as well. Okay, we need to finish the fight in the back quickly. Because this thing is getting problematic. Because they're going to start to overwhelm us with numbers if we don't start to do stuff. Okay. Can any of these guys do anything? No, you're going to have to go here. You're going to have to shoot him because he's too dangerous to be allowed on the field. Okay. You need to get up here and refreshing beverage you. This thing needs to go. Right. And there's an absolute ton of them coming up here, so you need to get down here. You need to basically fly to here, please. And we need to start doing some serious damage to this thing. Okay. Can't take any more damage this turn. These guys are pretty much finished up. But we do need to basically relocate our forces. Because we're getting pushed into a corner. You need to get down here and buy us some time. Okay. With its golden shield gone, we can move. Right, she needs to basically relocate down here and help clear out these guys. And then we're going to sweep around. There's some really nasty things turning up. Okay. She's almost down, we can't allow that to happen. Problem is these guys are starting to really bulk. Right, more refreshments. Oh yes, okay, so needs some refreshments. Right, okay. She's gonna be dead, and Horn grow up. And Shadowhunter is here. Take you off the field. Right. Get down here and we are going to go big. Yeah, Splinter Blast. Splinter Blast on you two to thin you out. Where's the other dining guest? Over there. Okay. Okay. So I don't want to do Splinter Blast, but Wilding Grass would be probably the best thing. No. Okay, let's do... Right. He's got a lot of energy, and now the worst one turns up. Okay. There's a lot of them. Hey, this actually hurts. And he knew it would. Have I been too casual in my promises? A little self-care then, as I pray for rescue. Felefin repeated attacks mostly glance from the Dragonsteel hide, of course they do. And yet enough of them is successfully making start to wear her down. Okay, that is bad. We need to basically start clearing people out. Now, confident warning those piddly horns in my presence. How very confident of you wearing those piddly horns in my presence. Yeah, okay. And now the dragons turn up. And now these guys turn up. Elefar takes single step of swift and sword and saddle blurs to save him for this battle. She withdraws. Okay. So you need to blinking die. We need to end you now. Because you're too much of a risk to basically be left to roam around the battlefield. We need something that's going to do a really big impact. I mean, Shadow Flare's probably going to do it to a certain extent. Thing is, he's already stun locked, so I can't actually do a ton to him. When we need to kill this big thing off here. The Shadow Hunter needs to go. You can't take more than a certain amount of damage this turn. You're almost dead as well. You're in a bad position and you're going to have to run away. Maybe we can distract them for a bit. Okay. There's just so many of these guys pouring out of the and they're going to start really starting to do damage to me soon because there's a lot of them. You'd think they'd start fighting amongst themselves. Okay. We're getting pushed back into a corner as well. Okay. Oh, come on! Please, let me just have a turn. Okay. More refreshments. Yeah, some really bad guys turning up, and I don't have an easy way of dealing with them. I need to basically just try and clear the battlefield. So I need to try and kill as many people as I can. Okay. You have to go around here. How are we going to do this? I'm going to take you out of the picture. Lore dump you will break your final layer of armor. Yeah, let's just start clearing you guys out, because there's too many of you. That's bad. Maybe the porters can help distract people for a while. Come on, come on. They pulled some of the attention away. Every attack is a save. You've got to go down sooner enough. I know it's going to be how it is. I just have to kill the big guy. Come on, how many enemies are there? Okay, the dragon is getting really close to being hurt. Yeah. That's the face of someone who just realises he's got very swampy trousers. All Morgans take 150 damage. Okay. So we need to basically finish this fight now. Yeah, the Grey Sword Clane, pulled from an arena where he is always champion. Glane leaps, skids slightly onto the marble floor. The battle mist in his sun golden eyes. Red cloak. It emerges from its glowing, rippling garb. The doorman. A hulking, ill-posed contraption stumbles from its story onto the dance floor. Perhaps it likes the music. Its arms begin to violently whirl. It tilts and trembles, never still, loping into the mighty gallop. The shrill of swords and thunder of feet turn deafening. Okay. Yeah, let's just try and survive, please. I find it poetic that he is the one to save the dragon. The one with a standing invitation, free Valen, finally collapses. It is accomplished by terrifying silence. Soundless sighs of colour are the ghosts going away. Sorry, soundless signs of colour are the ghosts going away shapes. His voice, torn, tuneless, is the first sound to score the quiet. It is still lost, it is still bladed, but it is a whispering song now. My dear goddess, to be with you. Once I entered your forest seeking nothing. Once I left your forest seeking you. For you I wanted, for you I hated, for me it was for me. Don't you hear? He thinks this is an opera. Come save him before I eat him. Oraway emerges out of the unbeing, a tremendous speed, falling her coat of hair and feathers, making the merest rustle. Oraway, crescent moon, casting deeper than shadows from her great black side, so an observer will think that slender light is all she is. She pulls onto the bard's defeated body. Each quill and strand slightly whipping, as if caught in its own private tempest. She clasps his ruined armour in her talons, and is gone. And before them are entirely gone, and both of them are entirely gone. So there goes your mummy. Okay, folks, we're going to put a quick cut in here. I know I said we'd do it all in one episode, but it went on for far, far too long, really, to be feasible to be uploaded with the quality that I want. So I'm going to put a quick cut in here, and we'll break it up into two parts, and they will both go up at the same time. And we'll see what happens next time, folks. This has been WilderMyth, Omenroad, and I'll see you all again next time for the final conclusion. Goodbye.